The first one is square waves. The ocean can be very beautiful, but it can also be the most dangerous place on Earth. A cameraman caught this dangerous moment on video. He was able to get a clear shot of square waves rising quickly and crashing into each other. Thousands of people watched the video because it showed a rare event that was caught on camera. Unlike the regular waves we all know and love, square waves look like they have four sides when the walls of the waves hit each other during a high tide current. Waves usually move toward the shore and then back down after pulling on the beach. However, a square wave is made up of waves that move perpendicular to the beach and end up making a square shape. From above, it looks like the waves are making a grid on the water, which is just as weird as it sounds. This happens when two seas meet, and the weather in the area makes the waves form at different angles. People also call these square waves cross-sea or grid waves because of the pattern they make when seen from a distance. Even though tourists and locals are drawn to the waves, people are told to stay away from them because they can be very dangerous. These waves can get as high as 10 feet, but the most dangerous thing about them is that they can go away and come back within minutes, making it dangerous for people who are caught between them. People are told to leave the beach if they see these kinds of waves. People can be easily swept away by these strong, square waves. They can even cause ships to sink or boating accidents. The third is an elephant rescue. With its natural buoyancy and built-in snorkel, an elephant is one of the few animals that would have a better chance of surviving if it got lost in the ocean. But even elephants with strong will need a hand and maybe a fleet of naval ships. Dramatic video from the Sri Lankan Navy's 12-hour operation early Tuesday morning shows a large elephant struggling to stay afloat 9 miles from the coast. The elephant has to breathe through its upturned trunk because crashing waves are trying to drown it. A Sri Lankan Navy boat on a routine patrol off the northeastern coastal town of Kokilai was the first to see the animal. 3 more boats and a team of Navy divers joined the rescue effort. The elephant was brought back to land with the help of ropes and instructions from the Department of Wildlife, the Sri Lankan Navy said in a statement. The elephant was then given to officials from the Wildlife Office. A spokesman for the Sri Lankan Navy, Chaminda Walakuluge, told Agence France Presse that the elephant probably got caught in a riptide while crossing the Kokilai Lagoon, a body of water in the coast that is surrounded on both sides by jungle. To get around, they usually wade through shallow water or even swim across. It is a miracle that the elephant was able to get away, Walakuluge told the AFP. Joyce Poole, who helped start the Elephant Voices Conservation Group, told the Washington Post in an email that elephants are thought to be the best swimmers of any land mammal, including trained humans. Poole said that the elephant in the video looked tired, likely because it had been floating for a long time. She said that their swimming skills putting them in danger was nothing new. The Asian or Indian elephant subspecies that live in Sri Lanka weigh between 4,400 and 12,000 pounds and can be as tall as 10 feet at the shoulder. Fifth is the megalodon. The big predator can be seen swimming over what looks like a shark cage that has been left behind. The megalodon was a huge prehistoric shark that ate everything in its path and was thought to live in the deepest oceans on Earth. Some people think that this video, which was shot in 2018, is proof that sharks are still around, and it has started a debate online. But some people say that the shark in the video looks a lot like the sleeper shark. These animals can grow to be as long as 7 meters and can live at least 2,000 meters below the surface. People who believe in conspiracies think that the megalodon has been able to stay hidden for millions of years. The giant shark once ruled the ocean and weighed as many as 5 buses. People think it died about 3 million years ago, but there are still some who think it is alive today. Even though this seems impossible, extinct animals have been found before. One of these is the coelacanth fish. It was thought to be extinct based on fossil records, but it was later found to be alive, so it was called a living fossil. Moving on next is an alien creature. The fisherman caught a strange creature while fishing off the island of Pulau Ubin in Singapore. If he didn't have a video of it, he would have never been able to prove it to anyone. Ramlan Saim, 53, told Singapore's English-language newspaper The Straits Times he knew that area had a lot of seaweed, so he thought that's what he had hooked up. But when he put it on the boat, it started to move like it was from another planet. So what exactly is this weird thing? Discovery News says it is probably a basket star, a type of invertebrate that is related to the starfish. Basket stars begin their lives with 5 arms, from which more minute appendages will eventually emerge over life. If someone or something breaks off one of their arms, which have small sharp hooks on them to catch food, they can grow it back. 7th on our list is 30 puzzle bags. On a Welsh beach, a dog walker found what is thought to be a huge stash of pure cocaine. The man, who didn't want to be named, said he found it while walking along Tanny Blwch Beach near Ceredigion. The man said he found about 30 black bags that he thought held several kilos of the Class A drug. The walker said that he saw something on the sand, but couldn't tell what it was at first. As he got closer, the man says he saw black bags near the water that were tied together with rope. Wales Online says that empty plastic jugs were put in between the bags as if to keep the cargo afloat in the water. Police were called to the beach, and when one of the bags was opened, the walker said he saw what looked like white powder. Next on our list is fisherman in refrigerator. A Brazilian fisherman was found 11 days after he had been floating in a refrigerator in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean without food or water. After his boat sank, the man took refuge in it. Late in July, Romaldo Macedo Rodrigues left the state of Amapá in northern Brazil in his 7-meter wooden boat to go fishing. He planned to spend a few days at sea, but fate had other plans. After 2 days at sea, 44-year-old Romaldo realized that his boat was broken and that water was getting into the lower deck. The Daily Mail says that he knew he was going to sink soon. After he got back to Brazil from Suriname, the story got a lot of attention. The fisherman climbed into a refrigerator on his sinking boat to get away. He didn't eat for 11 days and lost 5 kilograms of weight. Romaldo was saved, but he was so tired that he passed out on the deck of a Surinamese fishing boat. The media say that the Surinamese ship found him about 450 kilometers from where his boat sank. He wasn't drinking enough water and got a heat stroke. He told the media that during his scary experience, he was very thirsty and sometimes had hallucinations. He was afraid that sharks would eat him at one point. When he got to land, he spent 16 days in prison in Suriname because he didn't have any papers. He was then flown back to Brazil. It's hard to believe that a freezer could handle the rough seas and strong tides the whole way. Lastly, we have a ghost ship. A sailor recently shared a new video of the time he found what he thought was a ghost ship about 800 miles from Bermuda. The ship had no crew or passengers. Matt Rutherford and his colleague from the Ocean Research Project were said to have found the ship after it had been left behind. They were worried that something bad might have happened to the people who were on board. The amazing video of Rutherford exploring the boat as it drifted through the Atlantic Ocean came out 5 days ago, even though the discovery happened in 2013. In the video, the sailors could see that the boat's sail wasn't up and that it was acting strangely in the distance. When they looked more closely, they saw that there was no sign of anyone and the motor didn't work. Rutherford said that the boat was an abandoned sailboat, which made him decide to check it out. Rutherford set up the camera after looking around the ship to see what he had seen. He said he was on a Swan 48 in the middle of an ocean, 800 miles from Bermuda and 1,500 miles from the U.S. The video was made in 2013, but it is just now being shared. Rutherford is well known among people who sail. In 2017, he was the first person to sail around South and North America without stopping. Rutherford and his crew are said to have tied Swan 48 to their boat with a strong rope and done everything they could to pull the bigger, heavier boat to Bermuda. After 47 days at sea, they were getting dangerously low on fuel, so they talked a passing freighter into stopping and giving them 50 gallons of diesel. Some parts of the ship's ceiling had fallen, and some drawers had also opened. Water could be heard sloshing around. The researcher said it was the scariest thing he or she had ever seen. It looked crazy, like people had left it in the middle of something and left. Rutherford said that they kept pulling the abandoned ship with sail power for 3 more days, but bad weather meant they had to cut the tow line from the rudder to free the ship. He said that after they freed the ghost ship, the wind died and his shipmates were stuck in the Atlantic for about 23 days before they reached Bermuda. Which of the footage do you find more intriguing? Let us know in the comments section below. And that brings us to the end of the video. Feel free to let us know what you think about this video. And if you like this video, then please leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content.